shade, namaste, 13th overtone. 13 love, 13 respects, everybody out there, man. See where we in, man. We have the iguanas over there, speaking with the iguanas, you know. Had a long conversation with the iguanas, like almost a week ago or so. The whole nation of iguanas, man. Not just one or two. A whole nation of iguanas, man. And yeah, man, everything been good. I'm happy to hear everybody doing good, doing their thing. That's perfect. You know, that's what it is. And you know, like I want to say to people, you know, try to get involved with a lot of crystals. You know, I'm seeing a lot of people getting involved with the crystals. That's perfect. That's what you need to do, man. Get in tune with the crystals, the stones. You know what I'm saying? So you can start communicating, using your telepathy, start enhancing yourself. Because you got to remember that these stones and crystals are the same minerals that you intake in to eat and stuff like that. So the stones, you know, the more people have it, the more energy it increases, and it's your ancestors are in here. You know what I'm saying? This is you from the past. This is all it is right here, and it's coming back with all that energy. You just recuperating with that shit, and then on top of it all, you know, you're dealing with the higher frequency, higher level of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because this is within the watches, your computers, and all this and that they use against you. You know, so you got to learn how to protect yourself, being more grounded with the earth. You know, the earth is a big rock, a big stone. You know, just like all the stars and all the other planets and stuff like that. You know, so you want to be in tune with them. You know, and you know, you need people to have them. Like, this is what I suggest for people. The snake out there, the black snake. You know, but I see it again. Nah. But you want to be able to when you get some stones, get them and throw them everywhere. Put them everywhere. Put them, you know what I'm saying, like get some stones and throw them into the water. But activate them. Have them already charged up. Program them with the positive intention to it. Throw them everywhere. Every location that you can get to, throw them. Just put them around everywhere. That way you want to have these stones to be as common as any other stone around. And watch the frequency and the energy increase, because you already know that the how to bust chemtrails and shit like that, right? You know, if anybody getting involved with organized, man, that's perfect. That's beautiful. That's what you need to get in tune to. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna help you out to clear all these chemtrails, to get our atmosphere to be better, the oxygen, the energy. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many things, magnetic field and all that kind of stuff. It's all good, man. Look, let me read to y'all real quick something that I wrote right here in my notes about this whole thing. Like, everything we doing, man, is on point, man. Who gives a shit what anybody's talking about? You know, we know exactly what's going on. We know what we talking about. We know what we doing, you know. So don't be distracted by a lot of people that's trying to block you off. You know, we in 2013, man. We ain't got time for that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to, like, just brush them people aside. Like, pay them no mind, man. Stay focused, man. If you changing your lifestyle, how you eating and shit like that, to, you know, don't get bored. Don't get discouraged. Don't be thinking, oh, you know, I ain't got nothing else to eat. I ain't got this and this and that. Like, nigga, you was eating straight blood and starch. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't nothing fun. That wasn't nothing good. That was some psychic vampirism shit right there. And that was a stage that you were in. And now you're not in that no more. You need to get up out of that. You know what I'm saying? You need to rising up out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So don't get discouraged into making people, having people thinking that you're wrong, or that you're gonna, like, by you changing the way you eat, you're messing up traditions, or whatever the case may be. Like, you just a higher frequency being, man. You're not like these other people, man. You gotta know your tune, your attunements and shit like that. So look, not that right there. This is about the Earth's magnetic field and all that. Like, the blood flowing in the body is flowing through the Earth's magnetic field. So the Earth's magnetic field in your blood is moving at the same pace as the Earth. Like, the lava and all that, the oil of the Earth is flowing just like the blood inside of you. You know what I'm saying? And the magnetic field of your magnetic field and the Earth's magnetic field are correlated. They're both together at the same time doing the same work. That's why you have to be in tune, just like the Earth has to be in tune. And therefore, not just the Earth, but also the stars, the sun, and all that up above. As above, so below. You know what I'm saying? That's that knowledge we speak about. You know, and you know, the Earth's magnetic field, which produces electromotive enzymes. Negative magnetic field can favorably affect cell function. So the negative magnetic field is like the negative ions and shit like that, and that affects us in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? Like the Earth with the negative field, like when you walking on the Earth, it's good to be on the, you know, barefooted. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. When you meditating and shit like that. So it brings in more energy, more positive energy, and so on and so forth. You know. And it's good for your activity, your energy. So this is the main course that you need for you to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? So by you having these stones around and stuff like that, you're becoming healthier for yourself. It's benefiting you. You know what I'm saying? If you look at a lot of filters that they have filters, like water filters, they have been passing through rocks. Like the filters is like little rocks and shit like that. And there's a lot of things that is used, that is the stones that need to be in place in order for it to have that alchemical, you know, reaction towards it. Just like salt, you know, Himalayan salt is a crystal, man. It's a you look at it as a rose quartz crystal, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, you know. So check this out. And that helps you with the growth, your defense against diseases. So these stones help you psychic ability, you know, not just psychicness, you know, not just the spirituality, which spirituality is the core base of, you know, this physical realm. So, you know, we're talking about it protects you from diseases, it protects you from being sick and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's a lot of things you could do, like with stones, you know, certain crystals. You can place them in your mouth and have them there for a while, and they'll take care of toothaches, shit like that, because that's all you get. And when you getting pills, you getting a bunch of rocks smashed up together and, you know, formed into this hard solid thing. So when you look at it, you know, you open your eyes clearly, and you can see, you know, that the pharmaceutical niggas, all they doing is cooking up crack for you. You know, they smashing up a whole bunch of these things. They're using our original things, and then they putting it in there, and then they creating crack for you, and then they selling it to you, because that's what it needs, the component that it needs for it to get hard or whatever. So you got to look at it like that, you know what I'm saying? You got to peep game that these niggas ain't nothing but grimy ass hustlers, man, you know, drug dealers and shit like that. And then you got these niggas supporting, you know, you got these niggas out here supporting niggas who talk about that drug life and talking about getting money like that, when it's all the same people. You wonder, you think like rapping about selling crack and coke is different from rapping about selling pills and going to Mickey D's and all this bullshit. Like, it's all correlated. You want to stay away from people who are into that type of zone. Like, and I'm not saying that you have to. I'm just letting you know you can do what you want, you know. But at the end of the day, is what frequency are you in? What, you know, by listening to the music you listen to, it changes your mode. It changes your mood. You might be listening to some nigga with a lower frequency than you, and you're gonna pick up his lower frequency. Just like this, like if you're not protected, you don't protect yourself. And protection, all protection deals with is remembering, because nothing can hurt you, nothing can touch you, nothing can phase you. It's just like a dream. We're in a dream right now. You know what I'm saying? That if you forget that you live in eternal and death doesn't exist, then you're going to be terrified of death. You're going to be terrified of little minor things that ain't even real. It's just an illusion. So when you start getting the concept, now I'm not saying, you know, act stupid and, you know, and think you can't get killed and you can't get shot or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not prepared for that, then no, you know. But I'm trying to give you that thought process that you can think, that you, so you can know that you shouldn't be afraid of that, because it's just like a dream. In the dream, it feels so real that you think that, like, when something bad is happening, you think you're gonna get hurt, right? And you're not. It's just a dream, you know what I'm saying? And you only get hurt by you believing in that shit, and then that's when it becomes a nightmare and all that and this and that and that. So you have to learn how to have control, you know what I'm saying? Self-control. That's why meditation is so important. You have to meditate to calm yourself down, to be able to communicate to each and every one of your cells, to be able to communicate with your lungs, your heart, you know, so you can tell them, yo, calm down, or yo, time to activate, time to, and your whole body has to be at the same pace at the same time. So like, you know, like that, you know, let me see, like with your Merkaba, you know, when you're riding with your Merkaba, you have to have your whole body at the same time ready with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can't have your arm, you know, like, oh, I'm not ready, and your leg like, yo, I'm ready, nigga, and your arm, so it's like a disbalancement. You want to be balanced and equaled out, you know what I'm saying? Your whole chakras aligned, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, for like chakras, if you want to get your chakras right, you know, you, like, for instance, right now I'm around green. So what chakra am I healing right now? When you're around nature, what's the main chakra you're healing? It's your heart chakra, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I've been doing some studying, deeper studying upon the chakras. A lot of people may think that the chakra, the heart chakra, is right here, like more above, but it's right where your rib cage meets. So it's like right there, right in the middle. So you have there, and then you have the upper higher heart chakra, which is a little bit higher, and it's related right to the back of the spine and shit like that. So you wanna like being around green. I'm getting that good loving energy from the heart chakra. I'm healing that, and so colors deal with a lot of, like, it heals the chakras. Like, depending on what color shirt you wearing, what kind of shit you rocking, whatever, doing this and that, a case it may be, whatever. And the stones help you do that. Some stones don't even have the color that it aligns that chakra to. You know what I'm saying? Just like food. Food does the same thing too. That's why it's important. Just like the vibration, the frequency, the music that you're listening, and all this and that. So like, also like with the protection thing. So protection is really just a reminder to be grounded. You know what I'm saying? To have a reminder like, yo, all is love. Everything else is an illusion. All this negative shit don't exist. So protection really doesn't deal with, oh, I'm scared, I need to get protected. Nah, protection really means is to be aware and to be affirmed. Like, that's what you're programming into your head, to knowing, like, that's what it is. That's the reality that you're creating, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're making sure that you're solid, you know what I'm saying? That you're secured, you know what I'm saying? Because when you don't feel protected, that's when you feel insecure. And when you feel secure, that's when you feel right. And when you feel secure, you feel love, you feel you can trust anybody, you know what I'm saying? But when you don't have that, that's when you start feeling insecurity, and you feel like you need protection, and you need this and this and that. You know, like holding pistols, you know what I'm saying? Niggas that holding pistols, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know there's niggas out there, you know, going to war with niggas and shit like that, but, you know, there's certain things that you need to, like, you know, you need to step aside from. There's situations that you know you can let slide. You know what I'm saying? That you don't need a pursuit in that. You don't need to engage in that no more. You know, we in a whole nother time. That whole, you know, going to war with niggas, that's that whole music shit. Like a lot of things, I ain't gonna say it's just the music, because there's niggas, you know, in the block or whatever, that's still gonna engage into that shit. They trying to have you, you know, participate into these so-called beefs and shit like that. And you know, you got, you know, if you got the heart to step up to niggas and you know, bang or whatever, you got the heart to do that, then you should have the heart to be like, nah, I ain't got part to do with that shit. If anything, I'm a have beef with who I'm supposed to have beef, who me and you are really supposed to have beef with, who me and you, the niggas that we think we have beef with, we supposed to be connecting with, so we could go to the niggas that we really got beef with. You know what I'm saying? You know who I'm talking about, man. Like, let's stop fighting against each other. Like, you should see the game, who's really making you fight against each other. And then niggas think it's cool, and they got the music, you know, to push it out even more. Because a lot of niggas, they get into this rapping or whatever, so they can go ahead and speak upon who they shot or who they robbed and who they, like that shit is so stupid and so low frequency up that it's not even cool, man. So you want to stay away from that, because you don't want to drag yourself into that. If you stepping into higher consciousness, to higher frequencies, that's not part of the frequencies. That's something else, man. That's not even a real war. Like, a lot of things, like a lot of beef that a lot of niggas done had, they look back nowadays and they realize, yo, all that shit meant nothing. They might have learned little things here and there, but all that shit was an illusion. Like, it's shit that you don't really have to do. So niggas are in that position right now where you're supposed to be taking in all this energy in right now, this energy, and if you don't know how to intake it, then you're gonna miss out on it. It ain't like, oh, you know, you're doing whatever you want and you're intaking it too. No, you intaking it in a proportion, but you're not taking it to the fullest potential. You're not taking it how it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? That's why meditation is important. Eating right, getting the right frequency, being around the right people. I'm not telling you run away from your people, but if that's what you need to do, like, if you need to step away from them, that's what you got to do. You got to move away from that. Like, you got to step that aside. Like, yo, I don't want to participate in none of that lower frequency negative shit. You know what I'm saying? And that, and you may feel uncomfortable at first. It may be hard, but listen, man, that's what makes you hard. That's what makes you a real G. You know what I'm saying? When you can step up. You see what I'm saying? A lot of niggas, they claim to be G's and claim to be gangsters, but they can't even step up for their own right. They can't even step up for their own belief. They won't even dare to tell they niggas or whatever, or they peoples, whoever, the truth. You know what I'm saying? They rather live a lie and tell you lies. So whose side are you really in at the end of the day? You know? So who you stepping up? Or how you a G? What makes you a G that you can't even stand up for your own shit? You gotta be all hiding and covering your face up and all this and that. Like, come on, man. Niggas need to be on some real shit, and that's the problem. When you have security within yourself, when you feel good and you feel love, you got love, you spreading love to everybody, you got nothing to fear, man. When you don't have no fear, that's what they fear. When you have no fear. When they look at you like you a nut, nigga, like you crazy, nigga, you coming over here talking some positive shit, and you ain't no religious nigga, like, you know, this nigga's crazy. But niggas, that's when you got heart. That's when you know you got heart. You know what I'm saying? When you can step up like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you gotta focus on the heart, the love, the heart chakra, you know, and like I said before, that is what's gonna help you burn out that pineal gland. You know what I'm saying? That has all that calcification in your pineal gland. That's gonna allow you to have that heart to do things, to be brave enough to do a transaction, to change. Like, for people to even let go of meat, you know what I'm saying? You need to have heart to do that, because a lot of people, they getting told so many lies about all this shit. Like, they're so scared. They're like, yo, what if I die if I stop eating meat? Like, some people who take prescription pills and shit like that. The doctor tell their ass, yo, if you stop taking this pill, nigga, your heart is gonna explode. If you stop taking this pill, you're gonna go crazy. So a lot of people don't have that heart to step up. So it's like, you know, a lot of people try to differentiate and try to make themselves seem better than others, but at the end of the day, they're like the same people. And they can't see the common denominator with each other, you know what I'm saying? And so that's why they all divide and conquer, divide and conquer, divide and conquer. They can't see the relations, the correlations with each other. You know what I'm saying? Just like a nigga who's smoking cigarettes. A nigga smoking cigarettes and can't believe they could stop that. They too afraid and shit like that, you know? So protection deals with a lot to do with being secure and knowing the truth. Once you know, you're secure, you're protected. And that's what protection is all about. When you ask for protection from the stones or whatever, the stones are just reminders. You know what I'm saying? They're nothing but reminders to let you know, look, man, this is serious, man. This ain't no joke. This ain't some fashion shit. You know what I'm saying? This is deeper than some fashion statement, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're dealing with the fashion thing, whatever, but we're deeper than that. We beyond like what these niggas consider fashion. You know, or whatever, ornaments or whatever the case may be. We on some other shit, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So when you get this in tune with yourself, you be in tune with the earth, you're in tune with all the elements. And remember, stones and crystals have the elements inside of them, you know what I'm saying? So look, let me break this down real quick. So the earth's magnetic field has diminished in half over the last 500 years. So over the last 500 years, half of the earth magnetic field has diminished, you know what I'm saying? Half of it, you know what I'm saying? After 500 years, so you gotta remember what happened 500 years ago. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about like 1492 and shit like that. So that whole Holocaust shit right there, that shit messed a lot of shit up, man. niggas don't even acknowledge shit like that. You know what I'm saying? How that shit just like it just mixed up the whole earth, like it did a wobble to it, yo. And it was a whole, it's a spiritual thing. It was like a karmatic thing, you know, experience, because they were willing to sell their souls just to have that opportunity, just to have this short amount of time to be feeling like kings and queens or whatever the case may be, you know, and to try to take that energy to have it for eternity, but they can't, you know what I'm saying? People are in tune now and they're waking up. The earth is, you know, as long as we build ourselves up and we have that energy, we can feed it to the earth, and the earth could be building herself up. And then once we have the earth building up, then we got even more power, you know what I'm saying? So look, 500 years due to technology. So the earth's magnetic field has been dying out due to technology, to trains, cars, metal buildings, because the metal absorbs the earth's magnetic field and cause the loss of strength to the earth. So the earth's magnetic field dies out by the steel. So this steel steals souls, and niggas know this shit. That's why I was talking about the gun shit, you know. And I'm jumping around. You gotta be in tune with what I'm talking right now. Niggas with guns and shit like that, like, yo, my nigga, when you holding that gun, not only are you know what I'm saying, like you facing some heavy time, you heard me? But on top of that, when you shooting or whatever, and you get that rush to shoot a nigga, when you shooting and you at war or whatever, you getting that rush. Where you think your energy goes to? Your energy goes right into that gun. It gets stole by the steel. Steel steals your soul. So a lot of these niggas, you know, they shooting or whatever, and that's why, like, there's guns. I don't know any nigga, like, when you in the streets or whatever, and you can feel a gun. When niggas are sensitive to guns or whatever, sensitive to feeling, frequency and shit like that, you touch a gun and you can tell that shit is poisonous. You could be like, yo, that shit look like, that shit feel like it got like 100 bodies in it. You know what I'm saying? Or beyond that, or it looked like it did something dirty. Like it shot so many like innocent people and shit like that. Like you could feel that shit. You could feel the presence of a gun. You know what I'm saying? You could feel how guns, each gun feels differently. Like this gun was used for warrior techniques. Like this gun was used for protection or whatever, like for its proper uses or whatever. But regardless of the fact is that they made us believe that we need these guns. They starting to make you believe. They making you brainwash. Even these so-called leaders, man, spiritual leaders, they making you say, they straight up telling you niggas like, yo, we don't got no guns. We don't got no helicopters. We don't. And it's like, we never had that shit. The ancient times never had no freaking guns. What the heck are you talking about, nigga? You know what I'm saying? We passed guns, nigga. You ever watch Dragon Ball Z, nigga? You know what I'm saying? You ever watch Mortal Kombat and shit? Do them niggas have guns or something, nigga? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta peep game on that. You know what I'm saying? The niggas that had the guns and all that shit were them inorganic beings who needed the guns because they couldn't transmute. They couldn't transmit the laser. You know what I'm saying? The lasers are made by the crystals. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these niggas don't know. So we building that shit up, and these niggas is building up lives, making you feel that you need these things, these inorganic things, for an organic being, when you have the power within yourself. So now they're making up these gun laws, and now everybody's going in a panic mode, like, oh shit, what are we gonna do? No guns. How are we gonna protect ourselves? And it's like, that's a big distraction, because now you believing in something lesser than you, when you should have never even believed in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is just killing you. You know what I'm saying? So, straight up, man, that's what it is, man. I'm gonna cut this short and I'm gonna keep it going. But, you know, the earth's losing her energy, and so is you niggas, man. With all this technology, with all these guns and all this and that, like, when you in jail, nigga, ain't nothing but metal walls and cells and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? All stealing your soul, nigga. Everything, TVs and all that, stealing your souls, man. So peep game and your food. They put in little aluminum shits and all this, stealing your soul, nigga. That's your Illuminati, alright? Peace, God, namaste, hotep, ashe, 13 love, 13 overtone, om.